The industrial action in the UK continues as workers at Royal Mail started a wave of strikes ahead of the Christmas period. According to Royal Mail, the walkouts include more than 100,000 workers, as millions of pieces of mail pile up ahead of the busiest time of the year. The negotiations between Royal Mail and the unions has failed to reach a conclusion, with members staging industrial action on the 9th, 11th, 14th, 15th, 23rd and 24th of December. Last week, customers were advised to post their Christmas mail early due to the strikes. The union is demanding a pay rise amidst a soaring cost of living crisis. The union members also fear management is attempting to turn Royal Mail into more of a flexible or freelance firm like an Uber or food delivery service. The offer from Royal Mail bosses includes a 9% pay deal over 18 months and a number of other concessions to terms and agreements. According to the union, the Royal Mail business is losing more than $1.2 million a day. Well, for more on this, our correspondent Alex Issat joins us live from London. And Alex, what a time for Royal Mail workers to be striking just before Christmas when everybody's getting ready to send all that Christmas mail.
Absolutely. For the general public, it's a bit of a nightmare as they head towards the Christmas holidays. They've been told to post their packages early. The last date to post your package is the 21st of December, and for anything bigger, it's the 19th of December. So we've only got a few more weeks, and if there's 7 days of strikes, that is reduced it quite a lot. But also, the reason why the unions are doing it around this time, and not just postal workers, but a lot of other also civil servants, ambulance, NHS, all through the Christmas period, is because they do want to make as much disruption as possible. The CWU, the Communications Workers Union here of Royal Mail, understand that businesses and people will be affected, and they have apologised for that, but they do want to try and move things forward. So while they're causing disruption for everybody, they're hoping that it takes out this stalemate that they have with Royal Mail and ACAS as well, and try and move forward, because ultimately it's not about pay issues across all sectors, it's also about working issues. They don't want to be offered a huge pay rise and then still have to work out of their usual hours, voluntary days, overnight, over weekends. There is a real concern that a lot of the services that should just be every Monday to Saturday at the moment will then be overnight, weekends, and that's what they're actually struggling with, not just the pay rises.
But of course, the money is simply not there to give all these public sector workers a pay rise in line with inflation. If everybody was given an inflation pay rise, there would be not enough money left. So how does this issue actually come to an end? Because we simply have a scenario where perhaps what the workers are demanding is actually not possible given the UK's finances.
Absolutely right there. Obviously, inflation is higher than we've seen it in quite a long time as well. So asking for an inflationary pay rise when we have high inflation is quite improbable with the amount of debt that the country is in, and facing that £50 billion black hole that the government is already trying to fill. But with the Royal Mail, they say that they're losing £1 million a day. And obviously people are turning to other services out there that can do the delivery instead of the Royal Mail. So there is this rock and hard place, really, whereas if Royal Mail does disappear and it's replaced by more private companies, then of course they'll be able to pay more, but then the people themselves won't be able to get the delivery that they've always had. So there does seem to be some negotiations needed from both sides, because if the money really isn't there, then there is real concern about how this is going to move forward. But a lot of the unions do show that there has been money put into a lot of other projects throughout the country that could be put towards the workers, and that's what they keep bringing up. We're using billions of pounds in areas that we don't need to be spending money on right now. But the negotiations do continue, and disruptions will also continue. At the moment, no one's blinking on either side.
Alex Issat live from London, many thanks.